Hey kindergarten, today you are going to get back your painted paper that you made last class. Remember, we were studying Carle, and we are making a horse based on his book, The Artist Who Painted a Blue Horse. When you get your paper back today, we are actually going to start off on the back of our paper. Okay, the reason we're working on the back is because if we have to erase on top of the paint, it doesn't like to erase very well. So we're actually going to work on the back. When we start with our horse, we are going to draw a nice big sideways oval, kind of like this. Make sure it's pretty big. Okay, that's the body to it. If your name ends up getting cut off at the end, that's fine. We can always rewrite it. You can see that my name actually goes in the circle. That's cool too. After I've got my oval drawn for the body, I'm going to draw a long, skinny rectangle up here. Okay, kind of off to the side. That's my neck. That's my horse neck. It might even be a little bit bigger. Like that. I've got an oval shaped head or an oval for the head. Remember that oval is going to be kind of sideways or at a diagonal. Okay, so I've got an oval body, a rectangle head, or a rectangle neck, oval head. He's got two ears, and the ears are kind of shaped like triangles. So I'm going to go one triangle, two triangles. Okay. Next, I got to do the legs. And you do your legs two ways. You could either do these rectangles like this, like he's standing. If you want a horse that's running though, like this is kind of boring. If you want to do a horse like this, you could. Okay. I'm going to make mine look like it's running. It's a little bit more interesting to look at. If that is the case, we're still going to use rectangles for the legs, but we're going to change them and make them go a different direction. Okay, so instead of doing one long rectangle for the leg, I'm actually going to do a rectangle kind of out this direction. It's going forward. So rectangle. Notice it's not super long right now. It looks like he's got real short leg. What I'm going to do is, now that I've got that rectangle going this way, I'm going to do a rectangle going the other way. Okay. So it actually makes like this V shape. So if I turn it, I've got a V. Okay, this is probably the hardest part of the project today, is that leg. Remember, it's a rectangle going diagonal and then a rectangle going diagonal the other way. If you get confused, just let me know. For that other leg, it's the same thing. I'm just going to do it right next to it like this. Line going down. It's going to stop before it gets to the end. And it's going to go the other direction like this. All right, so it looks like two legs. I got to do the exact same thing on the back. See if we can remember how to do it. So back here, I'm going to go diagonal forward. Remember, it's a rectangle shape. And it's going to go diagonal back. So I get this V shape when I turn it on the side. V. For his other leg, because right now he's got 1, 2, 3 legs. Remember, it's just the exact same thing. All right, so I can draw a line just like this. So down, stop before I get to the end, turn, and then turn it into a hoof. Okay. Notice that the hooves are at different spots. I don't want to bring it all the way down to the end like this. You might think you want it to look exactly like this. Okay. You might think you want it to be like that. You don't want that, okay? Otherwise, it gets kind of confusing. If we put it like this, it makes it look like one leg is closer to us and the other leg's farther away. The last thing we need to do is we need to draw a tail. The tail's going to start up here at the back of the booty. It's going to kind of come down, come to a point, and then go back up. Okay, notice how big my horse is. It's pretty big. All right, so I did the body, the neck, the head, the ears, the legs, and the tail. It's a lot to do. Do your best. After you've got it all drawn, remember this is on the back side of your paper, then you are going to carefully cut it out. Please be extra careful. We don't want to accidentally cut off any legs. If you do, though, let me know and we can probably get it glued or taped back on. When I finally get this all cut out, I'll be able to flip it over. And then I'll have a beautiful painted paper horse. after you've got your horse cut out, make sure not to cut off your name. If you did cut off your name, just rewrite it so it's on the horse. Then I can flip it over and ta-da! I have a painted paper horse. The last things I need to do today is I need to get some details drawn onto my horse. You are welcome, or you might not finish today, and if you don't, that's fine. We can finish them next time too. The first thing I would do is I would start with the legs. Right? I see that there's this little spot right here, this little square cut out. I'm going to start right where the corner is, and I'm going to go up like this. Okay, maybe I'll even use a marker so you can see a little bit better. I'm going to go up like that. Notice I didn't go all the way quite to the end. I'm going to turn. I'm going to go the other way till I get to the body. Okay, now it looks like he's got two legs. All right, maybe I'll put a little line down here for the hooves. Okay, and notice that the hooves, the line isn't the same. If this part confuses you, let me know. Okay, but that makes one leg look closer than the other. And do the exact same thing on this leg. So I'm starting at that corner. I'm going to go up, stop before I get all the way to the end. I'm going to turn and go the other direction like this till I get to the body. Give him his hooves. 1, 2. Okay. Last few things I need to do is maybe I'll finish up this tail right here a little bit like that. Might not need to do that. He needs an eye. Kind of a circle. He needs a mouth down at the end of that oval. And he needs a nostril. Just kind of like a up and down oval. Right? You're not going to use a marker doing that. You're going to use a pencil. And then after you get that drawn with a pencil, the last step is we're going to use oil pastels. And you can use which colors you want from the oil pastels. Okay? Remember Carle, he made some kind of funky colored animal, so it doesn't need to be colors we might actually see on a horse. So I'm going to use some black on my color in his eye, his nose, his mouth. I think I'm even going to do his legs and his hooves all in black. So I'm doing quite a bit of black. You might decide to use some other crazy wild color. And the last thing I'm going to do is I can grab some other colors and I can add some more details to my horse. Maybe my horse has a colored belly. Sometimes horses have like a different colored belly. So maybe I'm going to add some color to him. Maybe my horse has some polka dots. He's a spotted horse. So I could add some polka dots. Remember, you can use whichever colors you want for this part. And maybe I'll do the inside of his ear as well. Alright, so lots and lots to do today. Remember, I started off by drawing. Right, you see all the shapes that I used, the oval for the body and the head, the triangle for the ears, the neck and the legs were all different kinds of rectangles. Flip it over and use a pencil to draw the details to your horse. And then if you have time, use oil pastels to color them. Remember, you might not get that far today, and that's okay. We can always finish it next time. When you're done, make sure to clean up after yourself.